Apparently, because it's this platform, I have to use coded language. But so I just got word from Freedom Angel Denise, which is in the Los Angeles chapter. I am personally in charge of the Las Vegas, Nevada, Clark County chapter, which I got to be honest with myself and to everybody else as an organization in Freedom Fighting Group that there's not very many people here in Nevada who are concerned with freedom fighting and doing what is just and what is right by the kids. So, not just for the children, but us adults as well. And it's sad because we are the children's voice. So, if we begin to fail, what is that saying about the system? What has already been allowed to go on for decades? And so I just personally feel like, as a mom of five myself, as a committed activist, and so much more, I just feel like this is of utmost importance to get out there. In Los Angeles, California, they are actively, intimidating parents who don't know enough about the matter to get the HPV vaccine. And quite frankly, it's not even mandated. It's not even on the recommended schedule and what have you. And I've been privileged enough to sit among doctors, pediatricians, attorneys, firefighters, correctional officers, and so much more. And so, as it pertains to this, I'm going to share my own testimony. So when I was in my 11th, no, I'm sorry, my senior year, my 12th grade year of school, my mother never cared enough to teach me about these types of things. As a matter of fact, she did the far opposite of that. And so, I unbeknowingly accepted it. And when I met my husband, when I was 21, it ended up, when I was trying to conceive, is how I found out that I had cervical cancer. And one of the things that these agencies refuse to get out there is that if you accept this shot, more than likely, those are going to be the consequences of your inability to effectively make proper decisions. And I'm not saying that in an insulting way. I'm saying that in terms of like education and what have you. Because if I had had the proper realizations and education in terms of that, I would have never accepted it. And I know as a mom of five now, I know I will never let a MFing pediatrician or doctor as a whole ever give that to any of my daughters at all whatsoever. And quite frankly, my experience having cervical cancer was excruciatingly painful. They don't give you no IV medication. They don't psychologically or emotionally prepare you. They just basically don't numb you at all. And they get it. The procedure itself is called a colposcopy, which is the forced removal of cancer cells, etc. Blah 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 blah. I'm not even gonna go in depth, but I will make a separate vlog on this issue because I feel like this one may potentially get taken down. So if it does get taken down, for whatever reason, I will be doing a extra vlog and I'm going to be posting more information as it pertains to cervical cancer and things like that. But I will tell you, I've had the procedure personally done to myself as I got cervical cancer in my early 20s. And I basically was, caught up in that situation where I had to have the colposcopy done. And it was excruciatingly painful. It's not something to take lightly. So if you have a sister or a wife or girlfriend who is going through something similar, I just ask that, as brothers, boyfriends, fathers, whatever, you overextend your support to these women because having cervical cancer is not a joke, it's not easy, and it's very, scary. And never mind that aspect of it, but to endure such a painful procedure and to be stuck with a room of 3 to 4 nurses and doctors who are not necessarily the most kindest and supportive. It's absolutely a petrifying experience. So I'm just asking you guys to extend your hand a bit and show your love for these women who are having to endure cervical cancer, because I can tell you from my personal experience, it was absolutely horrifying and incredibly painful. And so I'm just asking that you guys do your due diligence, do your part, and support your wives, girlfriends, and sisters because it is extremely painful. It's not something easy to endure. And yes, hair loss, while it could certainly play a factor, I mean, if they ask you to do chemo, but more than likely, if they remove the cells in the first place, there won't necessarily be the need for that. But it doesn't change the fact that they've had it. It doesn't take that trauma away from that experience that they had to endure. And like I said, I'm just blessed to be here, and I just, hope to open some eyes. And if you guys, if you see this video get taken down, I'm going to do a subsequent video so you guys can see. All right, bye.